I've got my bang, and I've got a pine cone. I've got a story. It's been a minute. I know you've missed me. I have missed me as well. I was lost somewhere in time and space. I'm back. You know, holidays are crazy. Right now, it's winter time. Actually, as I am recording this video, it is snowing outside in East Tennessee. And if you are familiar with when it snows really anywhere in the South, you are very aware of the weird phenomenon that happens when it snows. Every loaf and every gallon of milk goes missing. So as it is winter and it is snowing and it has turned into Frosty's paradise outside, I figured it was appropriate to divulge a little story to you today that has to do with the great winter times. So it was one winter, and I had what most people have when old man Frost comes to town. My sinus cavities was congealed up with a substance of a membrane quality that had stopped my breathing apparatus from working. That is my nose. All right. And I, at this point, had done many old school remedies that had worked for me for quite some time. I had, did the old Alka-Seltzer Plus in water and stick my head over top of it. Even tried, a little bit of Mucinex. But nothing worked, okay? It was just clogged up in there like my bowels after eating lots and lots of Mexican food. The queso. Which I don't like because it clogs you up. That's one reason I like to have a free-flowing bowel system, all right? But my flowing nasal cavity was not working, okay? And I had to correct this. So what I did is I went into the bathroom, all right? And I tried to blow my nose. It didn't work. My ears were popping. I felt like my forehead was gonna explode with mucous membranes all over the walls. But it didn't. Nothing gave way, okay? So, I did what I like to do best. Give it all I had. I went into the bathroom again, and I was determined because I felt that it was on the brink of blowing out of my nasal cavities and being free once again to breathe the fresh air of winter. So I went into the bathroom and I was determined to beat my nasal cavity into submission. So I grabbed my toilet paper, wadded it up, stuck it to my nose, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, "You've got this. And don't stop till it's done." And that's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to be relentless until the mucus was out and I was free. So I braced myself. I got into power stance. Braced myself and blew as hard and ferociously as I could. My face was red. I could see the veins protruding out of my forehead. It was intense. And as I was blowing with everything I had, I felt pressure building up. And I knew it was about to give way. So I kept blowing until finally I felt this pressure build behind my eyes. And I just blew one hard time again. As I was blowing, I hear something with the built-up pressure in my cavities had accumulated pressure, and I felt it relieve. And as I was holding my eye, I felt a ball. And I knew that I had blown my eyeball
out of its socket.
I was in fear. That doesn't even describe what I felt at this point. It was sheer terror, let me tell you. Sheer terror. Because the only thing I could think of was the scene in Hostile when the chick had her eyeball melted out of her face and it was just dangling there. I felt my eyeball dangling out of my socket onto my palm. And I was looking in the mirror like this. And I was so afraid to remove my hand because I knew that I was gonna see a dangling eyeball. I was gonna look at myself and my shoes at the same time. I was contemplating what I was going to do, okay? I knew that I was gonna have to wear an eye patch from now on. I'd be called Patchy. My Halloween costume had just been decided for me for the rest of my life. So I slowly moved my hand away to reveal the horror. Slowly. And as I removed my hand, it revealed I had blown a ginormous snot rocket out of my eyeball socket. And it was just dangling there. That's right. I did not only not protrude the snot mucus membrane out of my nose, but out of my eyeballs.